Well, when you first arrived in Colorado, Prime, let's talk about this. Your speech to the kids went viral, and you talked about, you're bringing Louis with you, meaning, packed suitcases, and you got a lot of blowback, as I'm sure you heard, about telling kids that you had just met, hey, your time here is very limited, and because I'm bringing Louis with me, and I'm bringing my own bags with me, I'm bringing people here. Why did you say that? Why did you do that, Prime?
Because I got to be honest with these kids. I can't give these kids false hope and a false dream. I don't work like that. The way I've succeeded to reach where I am now is straight honesty. Whether you like it or not, I could put it in a gift and wrap a beautiful bow, but it's still going to be honesty when you open the darn package. It is, and this is normalcy. 71 kids we dismissed at Jackson State. That's the only reason we're able to accomplish the things we're accomplished, because everybody's talking about they want you to come in and change the culture. Yeah, but I got to change the people. You never said anything about that. When you change the culture, there's only one way to do that: change the people. So we watched the film. We studied every darn thing we desired to study. When Rick George came to visit me, our beloved AD, I gave him an assessment of the team. I was already prepared and ready, and position by position, player by player, everything about where they stood and what I felt about that. So change is inevitable when there's no success. You got to alter things and change, make a consistent change, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we've done. Now, there's going to be some guys that we kept on, and they got to play their butts off in the spring to even maintain that. But, shoot, I think right now we're number one in the portal in transfers out of all colleges. I believe you make a check that while I'm talking, but I think we're number one in the level of transfers that we acquired through the portal. And we're in the top 20 or 25 in recruiting right now, I believe. You can only do that one way: change.
And how do you, assess what you're going to be able to do moving forward in this world of portals, Deion?
I love the portal.
Well, I know you do, and you're definitely taking advantage of it here. So many other programs you hear are not terribly big fans of it, because kids don't have to, I guess, follow through on commitments, or can tell the coaches, if I don't play, then I'm out of here. I mean, how do you handle that when you use it as much as you've been using it, Deion?
Well, we have a 40-40-20 type of ratio right now. That's been our formula for the last couple of years. 40% grad transfers, 40% guys who's in the portal, 20% high school kids. Because at some institutions you don't have the time to develop, so you're taking less high school kids. Now, if you're a seasoned program, you could flip that. It could be 40-40-20 with the grad transfers being the 20, and take more high school kids. We got to win, and we're going to win, and right now. And that's why we have the approach that we have, the 40-40-20 with guys out of the portal, 20% high school. We may flip that, but now is not the time for that. We know what we want, we know what we need, and we know what we have.
So when I saw you at the college football national championship on ESPN, and I saw you at SoFi doing that. When do I see you in that game as a coach? What's your plan on that?
Man, first of all, the stadium is unbelievable, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
It does not
quite touch Cowboy Stadium. It don't touch Cowboy Stadium, but it's nice.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And just the atmosphere. Rich, I've been doing with you, as my host, Who's the Most.
Thank you.
For the last, I think, 14, 15 years, we were doing NFL. So I wasn't attached really to college. But being attached to college like I am right now, it is unbelievable. Just the atmosphere and the adrenaline and just the hype and just the want for – it's a whole different crowd. College fans are totally different than NFL fans. They're totally different, and I love it. I absolutely adore it. So seeing that just makes you more hungry, more thirsty. You couldn't wait to get back to Colorado right here, to Boulder, to do it, to get in the coach's office and say, guys, this is what I experienced yesterday. I saw this. This is unbelievable. Let's go. Knowing that one of my defense coordinator, Coach Charles Kelly, is from Alabama, so consistently he's been there. He understands that life. But man, it just ignited me, Rich. I love it. So the plan is to get there as soon as possible. But we got to get the pieces of the puzzle as soon as possible as well.
Well, I mean, you're taking on TCU to start next year because I guess you didn't get a waiver, right, for Arizona State. So, I mean, there's a program right there.
And what happened there? I don't even know what happened there.
Neither do I.
I was only regurgitating what I was told. So
okay. So with TCU, I mean, you could see how you can go from a program that few people expect to being in the national championship game. I mean, so why not?
That's what we're playing. That's the plan. That's the plan. Okay. A lot of people talk negatively about TCU. You gotta applaud them for what they accomplished in a year.
All right.
So I truly applaud them for what they accomplished. I know it was a game not in their favor, but you got to applaud what they accomplished throughout this year.
Well, I mean, and trust me, I know you weren't involved in the college game for all that time, but I did see you become interested in youth sports and youth coaching. I watched that from the ground up. I watched you. I watched you.
That's my whole life.
I was waiting for you to show up to the Hall of Fame announcement ceremony, and you were livid that you had to, NFL Network asked you to leave practice. You showed up with your whistle on.
Yeah, I left the game.
I know.
I left the game, and I didn't want to leave my kids. You know how passionate I am, and I've been about these kids all my life. So that's part of the fabric of who I am. Like a lot of people thought I just became Coach Prime in the last 3 years. I've been Coach Prime for 15, 20 years. So in doing it at a alarming rate, even at the Hall of Fame, man, shoot. We had 7 busloads of kids. We stopped in Memphis to play a game. We stopped in Louisville, and we stopped in and we played a game in Canton with 3 different teams. On the way there with 7 busloads of kids and their families.
Well, what's going to happen when you take on USC? What's going to happen with Snoop? What's going to happen there?
Snoop is going to roll with me.
Okay.
Snoop is going to roll with me.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm positive.
All right. I don't know about that. And plus, I've watched you mature as a coach as well. I remember watching games with you in NFL Network at the NFL Total Access studio. When a player made a dumb move, you screamed, "Cut him!" at the screen. That you would cut him before he came back to the sideline.
Can't do that. Yep, can't do that. See, that's why I can't coach in the NFL, because that would happen. I would go into halftime with 53 and come back out with 23.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.